Grand Rising Israel, Grand Rising. Coming to y'all, like I say, it's give me a second. Is that better? Coming with y'all, like I say, in these times, the Most High is putting the Spirit on us, and a lot of information is becoming more clear and understanding, meaning all things are making sense. I'm doing this one addressing the BOIs out there, not so much addressing, but putting something on the table for thought. The BOIs are black-only Israelites, meaning those who subscribe to that understanding that only the Negroes, blacks, are the Israelites. I'm having, how can you say it? Trying to get some clarification from that understanding. I'm bringing this up because I'm noticing a lot of guys that I know that's woke too, because of the material that I share. They bring it to my attention that they are a BOI, meaning they believe that only the Negroes are the Israelites. And I view all their material and everything because I want to hear the argument, you know what I'm saying, see if it makes sense. Now, I know that I believe that the Hispanics are Issachar, Gad is the Native Indians, Ephraim being the Puerto Ricans, etc. Viewing their material with no prejudice at all, I want to hear their argument and see if it makes sense, but I never get no clarity. They only argument it seemed to be is just that we were all black. Okay, let's review this with some common sense and some, good form of skeptic. Not saying that they all weren't black, original. All the original Indians were dark. All the original Mexicans were dark. Not to mention they got the largest and oldest pyramids in Mexico, giving them some kind of link to ancient history dealing with them being original dark people of that land and being Israelite. Okay. All three sons of Noah were dark. Matter of fact, the only so-called white people came from Esau, being the heathen, the Gentile, which was Jacob's twin brother. Okay? Now, a lot of these BOIs, their argument is being that, okay, these Mexicans and these Indians got this skin that's lighter than everybody else's. Whereas in the scriptures, it clearly say that Ephraim had mixed with the nations. Nations mean the Gentiles. It didn't never say that they have unmixed with them. So if it's saying that they're mixed with them, that this will be a part of their description. They've mixed with the other nations. My interpretation from what I can see using common sense. Now, let me finish my argument or my statement. They're cake unturned, meaning there's some that come in lighter shades and some that come in darker shades. They are a cake unturned. So their argument, knowing that all three sons of Noah were black. Am I correct? The Japanese, the Asians came from Japhet. Correct? So your argument that these lighter nations of the northern tribe can't be Negroid or part of the 12 tribes because they're not dark as us. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Your argument is that because they're not unmixed, they can't be. But how is Japhet, son of Noah, also dark skinned, but the Asians today, majority of them, because we all know the original Asians too, were dark. So how is it that that's your argument that because these people continually got mixed skin, which he said they would mix with, didn't say they would unmix with. Now you can't take that same understanding and use that to say that the Japanese not Japhetic no more. With the slant eyes and everything, that doesn't make them Japhetic no more. I'm just trying to use common sense and understanding where the logic in that. You see, what I'm saying is, I look at my brothers using some worldly and understand this. Let me finish that thought. My brothers using a worldly argument to perpetuate an ignorance that is not bringing forth Christ. You can't be the head and hate his shoulders or hate his legs because they're not the head, meaning the same. My brothers got to understand, I'm seeing now this is getting scarier every day because it's more of us waking up. More of us are getting it. But we're also, it's like Tupac said, you might be deep in the game, but you got some rules missing. More of us are waking up, but they're not bringing that Christ-like understanding. And they're bringing a worldly understanding of hate or not accepting what's true because of what they want to believe. Let me finish what I'm saying. This is something that can, what I'm saying about it getting scary is, I'm looking at that 90% that he's talking about destroying of Israel. It's going to be brothers with years of work in. I've only been woke for 3 years. I'm a babe in this, but I'm saying it's going to be people who are misleading souls with doctrine with no real support, but just because of a worldly feeling. And this is going to gather people's souls. If you can't apply that common sense to discern certain understandings of a scripture and a doctrine, this is where it's getting scary because some people going to be willing, I ain't going to say unwillingly, ignorantly misled to believe something, even though they had information or key understanding that it could be true. Let's say it is. Because we all know the original Indians and the Hispanics were dark people. Puerto Ricans, the Ephraim, damn near are black. Tell me Fat Joe ain't black. I'm just saying. This is what I'm talking about, the scariness. People going to come this close to making it. And the Most High, like I say, what he writes is just. It ain't no in between. He's making a fine line, and some people going to be taking people's souls. I mean, I'm seeing other people out here, the BOIs, and the only thing they want to bring up is some guy named Aria or something like that. I don't even know this guy. I've never seen his material. I'm new to this. I'm a babe in this, But I'm just saying, just because that man brought forth some other works that were found to be false, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. The 12 tribes chart is valid. Numbers detail key information identifying these nationalities. And the colonialization and enslavement of each and every one of them. Each and every one of them. And if they not, what tribe are they from? Or what son are they from of three sons of Noah? I'm just curious. All the nationalities are accounted for with the 12 tribes chart, but I'm not understanding. Just something to think about. I don't want to be responsible for misleading somebody. So if I was an elder or something like that, and not to mention to get almost to the finish line and not cross because your heart led you for the doctrine you truly couldn't support. Like you said, prove all things. With that, I'm gonna let that go. But I believe the Indians, the Hispanics, the Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Colombians, as the 12 tribes state stands. All praise due. And on top of that, no one's getting into the kingdom unless they baptize anyway and believing in the Most High, Ahaya, and His Son Yeshua. So even if they weren't those who are in the truth of those nationalities, even if they weren't Israel, they still will have salvation under, because you can't get to the Father unless you believe in the Son. With that said, I'm gonna let that marinate for a little bit. Like I said, it's a lot going on. My mind is just flowing. All praise due to the Most High Ahaya, Bahashem Yeshaya. Love you, Israel.